What's going on, guys? I have my client here, Victoria, with me. So Victoria, if you can just please introduce yourself.
Hi y'all, I'm Victoria Oluwakotanmi. I'm your current Miss Grand Illinois, and I've been working out with Dom for about 6 months, give or take.
So what made you hire a coach and what made you reach out to me?
Okay, so I found out about you through one of my friends. You were training her for her competition. And honestly, my fitness journey has been very gradual. I really didn't think I needed a coach at first, but after having a coach, I feel like it's definitely made my fitness journey more transformative. I'm naturally muscular, so I didn't necessarily believe in strength training until I started working with you. I usually would just do cardio. Cardio every day. Every time I went to the gym, I'd do the elliptical, the Stairmaster. But actually doing strength training with cardio, like, it's definitely helped me a lot more.
Okay. Do you feel that it's improved your confidence and just your overall outlook on the competition?
Most definitely, because sometimes not every day you wake up you feel like you want to work out.
Yeah.
So like when I walk in here and it's like a leg day, and you stack like 100 on the leg press, and I'm just like, oh my God, can I do it? And then I end up doing it. I'm just like, okay. It helps me more mentally than people think. It just allows me to feel more confident in my body and in my own skin. Like with the strength training, with the cardio, I'm able to, like, just be comfortable and be happy and healthy. So. Okay.
Do you feel like on the days where you're not really wanting to work out, how has a fitness coach helped? I guess knowing that you have an appointment to attend.
Yeah, I feel like definitely before this, I was not a morning workout person. I'm more of like I like to work out like 6 to 8, 4 to 6. But with DAF training in the morning, like you only have 6 a.m. or 8:30 a.m. So you got to make it to 1. And then this guy, he likes to text 8:30, be there, like, and he does it to everybody. It's not just me. And it's just like, sometimes you wake up and you're like, I don't want to go, and then you see that 8:30 text and you just like, nah, let me just get there and get this done.
And I think on maybe 1 or 2 occasions I've actually called you on top of that. So of course, like, you do have a coach and you have someone helping you along the way. Would you say that having a coach just like happens within the gym, or has there been conversations, or maybe I'm pretty sure I've sent 1 or 2 encouraging texts to you telling you that you can do more and just helping you push you to your limits? Do you feel like that's been something part of working with me?
Yeah, most definitely.
In a healthy way, though.
No, I feel like honestly at this point, Dom's not just my coach. He's low-key like my friend, like a big brother in sorts. Like, all I know is that when we come in here and we work for an hour, he's not doing it to hurt me or like harm me. He's just trying to motivate me to be a better person and be my best self. I feel like having somebody, it's almost like having like your own personal like cheerleader. I know that's kind of funny to say, but like Dom is a part of my team and he believes in me, so like why wouldn't I believe in myself? Like, everybody has put so much work and passion into like my journey, and all I want to do is like make them proud at the end of the day. So yeah.
Awesome. Thank you. What made you start wanting to do pageants? What, like, the first pageant you did, what was like the motivating factor to that?
Okay, so I never really believed that I could do beauty pageants. Like, some people start when they're like 5. I started when I was 18, which was like 4 years ago. So I think that was 2020. So Miss Universe was an African woman, Miss USA was a Black woman, Miss America was a Black woman, and then Miss Teen USA was a Black woman. And I feel like watching all of them win within the same year really, like, I don't know, like kind of like awakened something in me, because people don't realize, but there's like beauty standards that people have in America, and I'm not necessarily like the beauty standard. But seeing somebody like me up on that stage being told that they're beautiful and they're constantly beautiful and they're a queen, that really like awakened my passion. So
awesome. I love that. So you had your initial like wake up call and like say like, hey, I want to do this. Okay. And then now you're in it, now you're doing it. Like, was there a wake up call within itself? Like, oh wow, like I'm actually doing this. This is what it takes. Like, I didn't know that it was gonna be this much, going into it. Was there any of that in there?
Oh, most definitely. So when I did my first pageant, which was Miss Black San Antonio, so that was the first pageant I did, I literally competed in my prom dress. I had prom like 3 months before. I didn't buy another dress for the pageant, so I competed in my prom dress. I did my own hair, did my own makeup, wore like these flappy sandal heels, and I won. And I was just like, oh my God, well, I guess it's so easy. And then COVID happened, and then everything just shut down. So after that, a year has passed. I have to give up my title to the next girl. Then I was like, okay, what is the USA system? What is the grand system? Then I started realizing, oh no, hair and makeup is like $450 for a photo shoot. A photographer is almost like $1K. You need a workout sponsor. You need a fitness, no, not workout, sorry. You need a workout sponsor, you need a hair and makeup, you need a modeling coach, you need a team. Now that I'm going to a national competition, I literally had to build brick by brick, like my own team that's gonna help me and push me forward. So definitely it was like a wake up call, like, wow, this is not a game anymore, like,
Yeah, no, that's amazing, you know. And, you know, knowing and realizing, coming to a realization that this actually has to happen in order for you to compete at the national level, you know, and to compete with these other women, what piece of advice would you give anyone who may be looking into it, who hasn't done a competition like this before and is new to the industry?
I would say just having self-belief in yourself, because a lot of people are going to doubt you. A lot of people are going to try to put you down in like many different ways. But if you have that confidence in yourself and you're like, I can do it, this is my dream, this is what I want to do, then just go for it. What happens, happens, but at least at the end of the day, you know that you tried. So yeah.
Throughout the time, you know, there's times that you may have questioned, you know, can I actually do this? And it may have felt hard along the way. What or who helped you get through those moments?
I would say definitely, because my first win was all the way back in 2020 and I haven't won anything since, and I've been doing like multiple pageants. You kind of have to be like delusional to a certain point. It's like I would say myself, because you have to keep having this just like unwavering, like indomitable spirit that I know I can do this, I know I can do this, I know I can do this, and just keep pushing yourself.
Yeah, because all that, you do have to tell yourself that, right? And you do have to believe in yourself, and you do have to, like you said, be delusional in a way, right?
Yeah.
And just know it in your heart, you know. But would you say a strong support system is something that's all part of that as well?
Most definitely. My family, my friends, and especially like my team, like half of them don't even speak English. Like they literally like, they're helping me and they're in different countries and they're Google translating and they're finding, hey, we need to get you this dress, we need to get you this outfit, we need to get you this appointment. And just like, I'm not paying them like a dime. Like this is pure passion. Just having them backing me and motivating me and pushing me makes me never want to give up. And obviously you as well.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
You push me every Monday, Monday through Friday, every day of the week, 8:30, 6 a.m. or sometimes even on the weekends. Like you pushing me and making me come in here. I'm like, nobody's ever going to make me quit or let myself down. Like,
of course,
I've got this. Yeah.
Yeah. And, but yeah, it's just all about finding those right people, you know, because there's been people in and out probably that, you know, have been with you throughout the journey, and, you know, you're really the people doing it for the people that have stuck by your side and just
through and through.
Yeah, being able to see that.
Yeah.
I guess going back into the question as far as like what advice or what you would tell somebody, but this is more so for the people who have already competed and maybe they lost or maybe they're not doing so well throughout their journey, but this is something that they started off super strong, they're super passionate about it. And then, you know, you're kind of seeing that passion maybe die out a little bit, but you have extreme belief in them, then they don't even know that. Like, what advice would you give to them?
I would say I grew up playing soccer, so soccer is kind of like one of those sports, just like how pageantry is a sport in its way, where like, no matter what, you know that you have 4 quarters in the game and you have to keep running and you have to keep trying to push and score the goal. Even though you've lost so many times, you never know. There might be that one time that you do it and it's actually the moment that changes your life forever. Like I always say, like, if not now, then when? Like you never want to, like, I always say this and it kind of sounds corny, but I've worked in multiple nursing homes, and whenever I ask like the older generation, like, what's the one thing they regret? They always say, oh, I regret that I didn't go on that trip when I was 23, or I regret I didn't marry that girl because I was being stupid. You never want to be there, like laying on your dying bed. And I know that kind of sounds like morbid, but you never want to be there and regretting the decisions that you could have made because you were too scared. So I would say, even if you're scared, do it anyway. You never know what's going to happen.
All right, so let's ask some of the questions that your audience asked you, or that they wanted to really know. Let's start with, what's the perfect workout schedule for a pageant prep that you would say?
I would say for me, so everybody's body is different, but for me, I feel like doing low impact cardio with strength training has really helped me. And if you're not feeling it that day, it's always okay to take a rest day. You don't have to work out. You don't have to work out 7 days a week. Like if you work out at least 5 days a week, you're good. But take the time for yourself and know what works for your body. For me, I know low impact cardio is amazing, has transformed my life a lot. So yeah.
Where do you get your lips done? They are beautiful.
Thank you. So I don't get my lips done. I always get this question. I don't go to anybody. I got my lips from God and my parents. Just want to clear that up. Like, I don't know any estheticians, no filler. I'm just black, y'all. So yeah, thanks.
Could you drop that? I'll drop the ad name.
No.
What are some struggles you overcome during your teen and childhood years up until now?
Ooh, I like that question. So when I moved back to the States I moved back to the U.S. in 2009. So I would say like the biggest struggle I faced was just like bullying from other kids, like talking about how tall I was or like how dark I was or like, you know, the whole African booty scratcher face. Do not.
African? What?
You never heard that? Like,
no, I never heard that.
So like in middle school, like if you were African, kids would always be like, oh, African booty scratcher, or like the Ebola.
Oh, shit,
yeah, no. Which like obviously like that mentally really messes with you. But like most of the stuff that people made fun of me growing up is like the stuff that I've come to love about myself now as an adult and being a woman.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, I can kind of like relate to that as well. You know, I am Mexican, but like being like the
darker
Mexican that I am, like I always got made fun of for that, and I had like skin problems growing up and whatnot. But like being able to face that, except for the skin problems, now it's just I've grown to love that about myself, like my skin color, you know, what I look like, my unique appearance, you know. So I can kind of relate to that as well.
No, definitely, because I feel like what makes you unique is actually like what makes you beautiful. So yeah. So thanks, bullies. I guess I don't know.
Yeah.
I think Dom too. Like you were saying that growing up, like I guess they made fun of your legs, right? Right? Like,
I'm done! They did?
Okay, so that's actually a good one. So like,
I'm sorry, let me.
But going back into like, you know, you said that, you know, some of the stuff that you used to get made fun of.
How dark I was,
Like those have been your most powerful traits in competing. You know what I'm saying? That's what set you apart. That's what made you unique, or that's what makes you unique. And I think it's awesome how you're able to see how like I guess the tables have turned.
Yeah.
You know, and then for myself, a lot of like people would tell me that like I had small legs or I had chicken legs, and I use that because like I use that as motivation to actually, you know, build my legs and learn the ins and outs of like how to train legs and how to make them stronger and just little different things. And just being able to focus on all that has really set me aside from other coaches in that, and being able to really put a focus of that into my training. And yeah, so just whatever is, not whatever you're lacking, but whatever you're struggling with is usually, because whatever you're struggling with, you're going to have to learn how to overcome it eventually.
Yes.
And once you learn how to overcome it, it's like you can help other people overcome that same issue, if not improve it in the long run. That's a more positive way to look at your struggles, your adversities, or whatever you're battling at the moment.
Because those are things about yourself that you can never change. So why go your whole life like hating the skin that you're in? You might as well just love to embrace it eventually. So yeah.
Yeah. All right. So is there anything that you want to add on or say to your audience, just overall about the pageant industry, or, you know, maybe DAP training experience?
I just want to say, if you're in the San Antonio area, definitely come work out with Dom and DAP training. I want to thank my family, my friends, my fans, obviously Dom for being such an amazing coach. We still have like about a month-ish to go till Miss Grand USA, so I really appreciate all the love and support. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Victoria.
No, thank you.